Life is full of challenges. Some are external, like natural disasters or unexpected setbacks. Others are closer to home, woven into our daily interactions. These are the challenges presented by difficult people. These individuals can test our patience, trigger our emotions, and disrupt our inner peace. Learning to navigate these relationships effectively is essential for our well-being and success. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers invaluable guidance. It teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions. In the following sections, we'll explore 6 key Stoic strategies for dealing with difficult people. Before we dive into specific strategies, it's important to grasp the fundamental Stoic perspective. Stoics believe that true happiness stems from our own thoughts and reactions. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." Difficult people and their behaviors are part of life, just like the weather. We cannot control the rain, but we can choose to carry an umbrella. Similarly, we cannot control how others behave, but we can control how we respond. By focusing on what is within our control, our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, we gain a sense of agency. This shift in perspective is crucial. It allows us to approach difficult people as opportunities for practicing patience, understanding, and self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." One of the most powerful tools we can employ when dealing with difficult people is empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's about stepping outside of our own perspective and trying to see the world through their eyes. This understanding doesn't excuse their actions, but it can help us to respond with more compassion and less reactivity. It allows us to see the human being behind the difficult behavior, someone who may be struggling with their own internal battles. Cultivating empathy requires conscious effort. Ask yourself, what might be going on in their life that's causing them to act this way? In the face of difficult behavior, it's easy to get swept up in the moment. However, Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining our composure. This doesn't mean suppressing our emotions. It's about recognizing our emotions, acknowledging their validity, but choosing not to be ruled by them. As Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. One helpful technique is to pause before reacting. Take a few deep breaths, create some distance between the stimulus and your response. This pause allows you to gather your thoughts and choose a more measured response. Remember, maintaining your composure is about choosing strength over weakness. Stoics viewed adversity, including difficult people, as an opportunity for growth. They believe that challenges shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. This perspective is empowering. It allows us to see difficult people as opportunities for personal development. Each encounter becomes a chance to practice patience, cultivate compassion, and strengthen our resolve. Instead of dreading these interactions, we can approach them with curiosity and a willingness to learn. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Instead of viewing difficult people as roadblocks, we can choose to see them as stepping stones. They push us to grow and evolve. A crucial aspect of dealing with difficult people effectively is understanding ourselves. Self-reflection allows us to gain insight into why certain people or behaviors push our buttons. When we understand our own triggers, we can start to develop strategies for managing them more effectively. Journaling can be an incredibly powerful tool for self-reflection. Ask yourself questions like, what specifically triggered me in this situation? What emotions did I experience? How did I react? By engaging in honest self-reflection, we can develop greater self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Setting boundaries is an essential aspect of maintaining healthy relationships, especially with difficult people. Boundaries are the limits we set on how others are allowed to treat us. They are a way of protecting our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if we're used to people-pleasing. However, it's important to remember that setting boundaries is not about being selfish. It's about taking responsibility for our own well-being and creating healthy, respectful relationships. When setting boundaries, it's essential to be clear, firm, and consistent. Communicate your boundaries calmly and assertively, using I statements to express your needs and limits. It's important to remember that not everyone will respect our boundaries, and that's okay. If someone repeatedly disrespects our boundaries, we may need to distance ourselves from that relationship. Mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment, can be an invaluable tool for dealing with difficult people. When we're mindful, we're less likely to get caught up in our thoughts and emotions. When interacting with a difficult person, pay attention to your breath, your body, and your senses. Notice the sensations of your feet on the ground, the feeling of the air on your skin, the sounds around you. This grounding technique can help to anchor you in the present moment. Mindfulness also involves observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This non-judgmental observation allows us to create some distance between ourselves and our thoughts. We can then choose to respond to the situation from a place of greater peace and clarity. Let's look at some real-world examples of how to apply these Stoic principles in our daily lives. Imagine you're dealing with a colleague who constantly criticizes your work, making it difficult to stay motivated. Try empathy. Understand their perspective. Perhaps they are dealing with their own insecurities or pressures. Are they feeling insecure in their own role? Are they under a lot of pressure from higher-ups or personal issues? Maintain your composure. Don't take their criticism personally. Remember, their words are a reflection of their state, not yours. Respond calmly and professionally, focusing on the facts. This will help you stay grounded and objective. See adversity as an opportunity. Develop thicker skin and improve your work. Every challenge is a chance to grow. Self-reflection is key. Ask yourself if their criticisms have any merit. Can you learn something from their feedback? Are there areas where you can improve? Use this as a moment to better yourself. Set clear boundaries if their criticism becomes excessive or disrespectful. It's important to protect your mental well-being. Practice mindfulness. When interacting with them, pay attention to your breath and stay present. This will help you remain calm. Now consider a scenario where you have a family member who is constantly negative and draining, affecting your peace of mind. Use empathy. Consider if they might be struggling with their own challenges or unhappiness. Everyone has their battles. Keep your composure. Avoid getting drawn into their negativity. Your peace is your responsibility. Respond with calm and neutral statements. This will help de-escalate any potential conflict. View this adversity as an opportunity to practice patience and compassion. These virtues are essential for personal growth. Recognize your own triggers through self-reflection and develop strategies for managing your reactions. This is crucial for maintaining inner peace. Set limits on your exposure to their negativity. It's okay to protect your emotional health. It's okay to excuse yourself from conversations or limit visits. Your well-being comes first. Practice mindfulness during interactions to stay grounded and avoid getting emotionally drained. This will help you maintain your inner balance. Dealing with difficult people is an inevitable part of life. However, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for transforming these challenging encounters into opportunities for growth and self-mastery. By embracing Stoic principles like empathy, composure, adversity, self-reflection, boundaries, and mindfulness, we can navigate these relationships with greater peace and purpose. We learn to respond, not react, and to find opportunity in the midst of challenge. The goal is to change ourselves, to cultivate inner strength, wisdom, and compassion. Years ago, early in my career, I found myself in a challenging work environment. I found myself working with someone who seemed determined to make my life miserable. This wasn't just a minor annoyance, it was a daily struggle. This individual, let's call him Mark, was a constant source of stress. He was constantly critical, dismissive of my ideas, and seemed to take pleasure in putting me down in front of others. It felt like a personal vendetta. His behavior was not only unprofessional, but also deeply demoralizing. At first, I reacted in all the predictable ways: anger, frustration, and defensiveness. I couldn't understand why he was targeting me. I spent countless hours replaying conversations in my head, fuming over his latest slight. It consumed my thoughts even outside of work. It was exhausting and counterproductive. My energy was being drained by this toxic dynamic. Then, I stumbled upon the teachings of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy offered a new perspective. As I delved deeper into this ancient philosophy, I began to see my situation differently. I realized that my reactions were only exacerbating the situation. I was giving Mark power over my emotions. I was allowing Mark to control my emotions and dictate my well-being. This realization was a turning point. I began to apply Stoic principles to my interactions with him. I focused on what I could control, my own reactions. I practiced empathy, trying to understand the source of his negativity. Perhaps he was dealing with his own struggles. I worked on maintaining my composure, responding calmly and professionally, even when provoked. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. I viewed our interactions as opportunities to practice patience and develop resilience. Each encounter was a lesson in self-control. While Mark's behavior didn't change dramatically, my reaction to him did. I no longer felt like a victim. This experience taught me the transformative power of Stoicism. It was a profound lesson in personal growth and emotional resilience. The journey of Stoicism is not a destination, but a lifelong practice, a continuous path of self-improvement and inner peace. It's about showing up each day and making a conscious effort to live in accordance with these principles, no matter how small the steps may seem. Some days will be easier than others, filled with moments of clarity and calm. There will be times when you falter, when you react instead of respond, when you allow the negativity of others to penetrate your inner peace. And that's okay, these moments are part of the human experience. Stoicism is not about perfection, it's about progress, about moving forward despite setbacks. It's about acknowledging our imperfections, learning from our mistakes, and continuing to strive towards living a life of virtue, reason, and resilience. Start small, but stay consistent. Choose one or two Stoic principles that resonate with you, and focus on incorporating them into your daily life. Let these principles guide your actions and thoughts. Practice empathy by trying to see the world from another person's perspective. This can help you cultivate patience and understanding. Work on maintaining your composure in challenging situations. Remember, your response is within your control. View adversity as an opportunity for growth and learning. Each challenge is a chance to strengthen your character. Embrace the daily practice of Stoicism and watch as it transforms your life from the inside out, bringing a sense of peace and purpose to your everyday existence. Thank you for joining us at Sage Mind Academy. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on living a balanced and fulfilling life.